Dear students, welcome once again to Army Public School PMB Resource Network. I am your maths teacher Kurathanan Ashraf of grade 3. Before we are going to start today's subject mathematics, please subscribe this page and click on bell icon. This is your week 10 assignment, students, in which we again discuss the chapter number 3, which is multiplication and division. And we will discuss the topic in this week, quotient and remainder. Now students, I am going to share the objective with you. In the last, you will be able to divide a given number by a one-digit number, find the quotient and remainder. Before we are going to start the new topic, let's recall our previous knowledge about division. Dear students, are you familiar with the word division? Good. Where did you observe it? In sharing, in equal parts, and in splitting the numbers. Now dear students, I repeat this definition with mean. Division means to divide a number or objects into equal parts. Division is breaking a number into an equal number of parts, and division is opposite to multiplication, just like addition and subtraction are opposite to each other. Same like division and multiplication are opposite to each other. And when we do the question, the division is started with the largest place value. For example, if we have the three place values, tens, hundreds and ones, then we start to do the division from the hundreds place value, and the division sign is shown on the screen. This one sign is always used for division. There are two signs which are commonly used for division. The first one is this, which is shown on the screen, and the second one is this one, in which we are writing the numbers and then we solve the question of division. Dear students, there are some terminologies which we are used in division. The first one is called the dividend. What is dividend? The amount that you want to divide is called dividend. And the divisor is the number that the dividend will be divided by. For example, I explain it 10 divided by 2. In this question, 10 is called the dividend and 2 is called the divisor. And remember that students, dividend is always bigger than divisor. Now students, we proceed our topic quotient and remainder. What is quotient? The quotient is the quantity produced by the division of two numbers, and the remainder is the number left over after dividing one number by the other number, when one number is not completely divided by the other. Now I explain these two terms with example. Here we have 27 and we want to divide 27 on 5. Then we read the table of 5 and we find out a number which is less than 27 in the table of 5. So we can find the 25. 5 5s are 25. 5 5s are 25. Then we do the subtraction. We do the subtraction 27 minus 25. Starting from the one side, 7 minus 5 becomes 2. And 2 is the left over. So it is called remainder. 27 is the dividend. 5 is divisor. And this 5 is quotient. So these are two terms, quotient and remainder. Now I explain quotient and remainder with one more example, in which we have to divide 30 on 8. Now we read the table of 8 and find out a number which is equal to 30 or smaller than 30 in the table of 8. 1 is 8, 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24 and 8 4s are 32. Now we can find 24 in the table of 8, which is smaller than 30. 3 8s are 24. 3 8s are 24. So we write the 3 in the quotient place and then we do the subtraction 30 minus 24 and we get 6. 6 we can write in the remainder place. So 30 is called dividend, 8 is the divisor, we get quotient 3 and remainder 6. Now students, here is one more example for you in which we have to divide 11 on 4. Then we read the table of 4. 4 1 is 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. As 12 is bigger than 11 and we can find 8 in the table of 4 which is smaller than 11. So we do the subtraction 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8 becomes 3 and we can write 2 in this place which is called the quotient. 11 is dividend, 4 is divisor and 3 is remainder. I hope you can understand the topic quotient and remainder. So I am going to share the success criteria. Identify the quotient as the whole number which is obtained after the division, and identify the remainder as what is left over at the end of division. There is some written task for you students. The question is find quotient and remainder. In all of these parts, table of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 10 are used. Write down these questions on loose sheets and share your work in your class groups. There are some oral questions. What is dividend? What is divisor? What is quotient? And what is remainder? Record your answers and share your voice records in class groups. Now we are going to start the week 11 assignment, in which we are going to discuss the topic division without regrouping and division with regrouping. Now I am sharing the objective. In the last, you will be able to divide without regrouping and divide the numbers with regrouping. Now students, before proceed the topic, I can share an interesting tip with you which is used in solving the division problems. That monkeys smell bad. That monkeys smell bad. In which D stands for divide, M stands for multiply, S stands for subtract and B stands for bring down. It means in division problems we want to divide the dividend by divisor. Then we use the table to multiply the divisor to find out a number which is smaller than dividend. If we can find the number which is smaller than the dividend, then we do the subtraction. And after subtraction we bring down the next digit. Now I am going to start division without regrouping, in which the dividend is 24 and divisor is 2. So we divide these two digits one by one and we start to solve our question from the largest place value, which is the tens. So there are two tens and we can find a number which is smaller than 2 are equal to 2 in the table of 2, and there is only 2. 2 1 is 2, 2 1 is 2. So we write the 2 under the 2 and do the subtraction. 2 minus 2 is 0. Then we bring down the 4 and then again read the table of 2 and find out a number which is smaller than 4 are equal to 4 in the table of 2. So we can find 4. 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. Then we do the subtraction and we get 0 in the remainder place. So there is no remainder. Now I proceed the topic with one more example in which we are going to divide 96 with 3. 96 is dividend, 3 is divisor. Then we use the table of 3 and start to solve the question from the largest place value, which is the tens place. 3 3s are 9. Then we do the subtraction. 9 minus 9 is 0 and we bring down the 6. Again read the table of 2. 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. Then we do the subtraction again. 6 minus 6 is 0. And there is no remainder in this question. So we can find the quotient 32, which is the quotient 32. In the same way, we divide 55 by 5. Here 55 is dividend and 5 is divisor. And we use the table of 5. 5 1 is 5. Then do the subtraction. 5 minus 5 is 0. Then we brings the next 5 down. Then read the table of 5 again. 5 1 is 5. Then 5 minus 5 is 0. So there is no remainder and quotient is 11. After explaining dividing without regrouping, let's we start dividing with regrouping, and we start this topic by solving an example in which we are going to divide 52 by 4. Now 52 is dividend, 4 is divisor, and we start to solve the question from the biggest place value, which is the tens place, and tens place digit is 5. As we all know that 5 is not in the table of 4, so we can find a number which is smaller than 5 in the table of 4. 4 1 is 4. 4 1 is 4. And then we do the subtraction. 5 minus 4 is 1, and then we bring down the next digit, which is 2, so it becomes 12. Then we read the table of 4 again and find out a number which is equal to 12 or smaller than 12 in the table of 4. So we get 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12. Then we do the subtraction again and we can find 0. And there is no remainder. And the quotient is 13. Now, example number 2 is 100 divided by 3, in which 100 is the dividend, 3 is the divisor. So we start to solve the question from the largest place value, which is 100 place, which is 1. As we all know that it is impossible to divide 1 on 3. So we take the next digit with 1 and it becomes 10. Then we read the table of 3 and find out a number which is smaller than 10 or equal to 10 in the table of 3. As 10 is not existing in the table of 3, so we can find this number which is smaller than 10, which is 9. 3 3s are 9. 3 3s are 9. Then we do the subtraction. 10 minus 9 is 1, and we bring down the next digit 0 down. So it becomes again 10. And we read the table of 3 again. 3 3s are 9. 3 3s are 9. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Here we get a remainder 1. And the quotient in this question is 33. What is quotient? Quotient is 33. And the remainder is 1. One more example for you, in which we are going to divide 163 by 3. Here is the largest place value 1, and 1 is smaller than 3, so it is also impossible to divide 1 on 3. Then we take the next digit with 1, so it becomes 16, and we want to divide 16 on 3. 5 3s are 15. 15 is smaller than 16, so we do the subtraction. 16 minus 15 is 1. So we brings the next digit 3 down. Again it becomes 13. And again we read the table of 3. 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12. So 13 minus 12 is 1. 1 is the remainder and 54 is the quotient, and this is the division with regrouping. Now I am sharing the success criteria. Solve the division problems without regrouping and solve the division problems with regrouping. Now students, there is again the written work for you for the 11th week. Solve the following question, in which there are the table of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Solve these questions carefully on the loose sheets and share your written work in the class groups. Take good care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.